Hi, I'm Jackie. This session is especially good if you're a little bit older and you're feeling your body's losing strength and flexibility. If you want to maintain strength and flexibility around your hips and spine, then you have to work on it. Use it or lose it. In this class, it's just 25 minutes. I will take you through some easy exercises that anybody can do at any age, and it's safe and you'll enjoy how you feel after you've finished. There's a little bit of hard work, but it's not too hard. Strengthening hips and spine. It's all on the floor. Just do it and you'll be grateful after you've finished. Starting kneeling, and if you're a bit stiffer, put a pillow behind your knees. It'll make it much easier on your knees. And then stretch forward as much as you can, trying to reach back through your sitting bones and reach forward through your chest. Trying to maintain kneeling, flexibility in the ankles, knees, hips and spine. Our natural flexibility that we have when we're younger, we're trying to use it or lose it, maintain it as we get older, because it will help us in our life. Try to just relax as much as you can, connecting to your body and your breath. A final few breaths, try to breathe in and out through your nose as steadily, quietly, evenly as you can, consciously. One more breath. Lying onto your belly into Sphinx pose. So if your back's a bit stiffer, you can do a gentle spinal extension like I am here. If you're a bit more flexible and your lower back's quite happy to do a bit more, if it's relaxing into it and not over tensing, come up a little bit higher and try to gently pull hands towards hips and hips towards hands. So you feel a stretch into your belly and a bend into your back, lower back, and then lift your chest so you're feeling bend into your middle back, and then lift your head, your chin a bit so you feel a little bend into your neck. You can gently gaze forward or up a little bit, just feeling the right amount of stretch. We're also naturally flexible in this position when we're younger, in our spine, but we're losing it as we get older, and it's very important to work on it if you would like to have a younger body. And if you're more flexible, come into Cobra. Final few breaths. Very good. Downward dog pose. So from all fours, bring your hands forward a bit. Tuck your toes under. It's good to have a yoga sticky mat. So if you have a sticky yoga mat, that helps for this pose. And then into downward dog. Pushing into your hands. Trying to get chest towards your feet. Sit bones lifting up. Heels reaching back. Trying to squeeze in the shoulder blades. Externally rotate the upper arm bones in the sockets. Try to just lengthen and relax the neck. If you're a beginner, don't worry too much about all the instructions. Do your best. Try to make it feel good. If it doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it. You can come out of the pose earlier. Try to breathe and relax. And then final few breaths, getting a good stretch there. Also good for your brain, being inverted temporarily. Shoulders, wrists, flexibility, straightening your spine. A lot of benefits here. Very good work. Next one is coming to gate pose. So coming to standing on your knees and bringing your right leg out and your left arm up. I'm mirroring it, so I'm doing the opposite. And then exhale, side stretch, gate pose. So more areas that are naturally flexible when we're younger, but get quite stiff as we get older. So just doing your best. Try to relax. Breathe in and out through the nose. Try to turn the right thigh out as much as you can, and the chest up. And the left arm towards the left ear. And then one more breath here. And then coming back to standing on your knees and bringing your left leg out and your right arm up. I'm very clever, coordinating the opposite. Focused. Often I don't. Often I get it wrong. And trying to turn the left knee out and the chest forward. The most important instruction, try to relax. Enjoy your young body that's not going to be younger than it is today. Enjoy this day. Enjoy where you're at right now. Try to look after yourself. Maintain natural flexibility. One more breath. And then all fours, cat, cow. Inhale, look forward. Most of you will know this. Exhale, round, squeeze your belly. That feels good. Pull hands towards knees. Inhale. Try to push your hands away without the hands moving. Exhale, squeeze your belly. Tuck your tailbone. Lift up the pelvic floor. Externally rotate shoulders, but that's trying to turn your shoulders out. We're just adding on. Exhale. Shoulders turn in now. Push. But remember, just make it feel good is the main thing. Feeling your spine. And then most people stiffen up one side of the spine. So bring your hands off centre. Asymmetrical cat-cow. See how you're feeling it more on one side of your spine. Notice how that feels. Try the other side. And do a bit extra on the stiffer side, or just come back to the centre. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of strengthening around our hips and spine, and then a little bit more stretching. So lying on your left side, and with your right leg just circling like this. Try to not move the body too much, just the thigh bone. So try not to see what I'm doing here. Try not to do that. Try to just keep the top hip on top of the bottom hip. So try to keep your pelvis and your spine stable. And then back the other direction, and just not too big. So it's more about strength than flexibility here. Strength in the abductor muscles, the outer hip muscles in that right hip here. They're very important for bone density, balance, and maintaining muscle. And then reverse the direction. Maintaining muscle is good for health, longevity, energy, circulation, and blood glucose regulation. So incredibly important to maintain muscle. And then again, one way. And then the other way. If you're not used to this, you might feel like you've already done enough. You might have a break. But if you're a bit more used to it, hold the leg there and then lift the other leg up. So you're using the inner thighs on the left leg, the outer thigh muscles on the right leg, also the right waist muscles. And then if you're not used to it, keep that hand down for balance. Otherwise you might be able to balance, squeeze your legs together and lift. Most people they don't have the strength in the inner thigh to get the lift. So you build up to that. So you're trying to squeeze up, squeeze your legs together, and it's hard work if you're not used to it. 10, so deep strength, stability, keep everything, hold everything together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. I hope you did at least half of that. Onto your other side. And doing just little circles, one way, and trying not to move your body around like I am, like that. So as steadily as you can with your spine and your pelvis stable, but moving your thigh bone. Just about a basketball size, or even a tennis ball is fine. And back the other direction. Very important muscles to keep strong. And again, one way, get into the deep muscles. Connected to your glutes, glute medius and minimus. I'm feeling it, and I'm really strong in these muscles, and I'm feeling it already fatiguing the other direction. So if you're having a little break now, that's fine. That's totally fine. Building up to doing a bit more. And again, one direction. Other direction. And then both legs up, and try not to roll the hip back, and try not to sort of be like this. So trying to keep that, and all like this. So trying to keep that top right elbow back and that left hip forward, and then try to lift. And some of you will be able to balance, but a lot of you, if you're not used to it, if you haven't done this much, you'll keep that hand down and get the lift, and really work hard and try to squeeze the bottom leg, lifting up through the bottom leg, inner knee, because when that knee needs all the help it can get, that inner knee strength, stability. A bit more lift. 10, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you felt a few muscles then. We're going to do a little bit of strength for upper body, chest, arms, a little bit core. So you might just start with plank, but check that you're not like this. So have someone check that you're not doing this and you're not doing this. So it's just that straight line, and you can be on your elbows if your wrists don't do this. But do a little bit of weight bearing on your wrists, because it's very important. There's that natural flexibility that we don't want to lose, and also strength. And if you find planks quite easy, you can make it harder. So I'm just going to bring my feet wider and bring my hand in a bit and bring one hand to my hip, trying to keep everything centered, not go off center. So that makes it a bit harder. And then I'll swap. So I've just brought my feet wider. That's the tip. And then if that's still too easy, you can lift up the opposite foot. Other side if you are building, but you start with basic plank, and it takes a while to get strong with basic plank. And then there's push-ups as well if you feel you've got a bit more strength left. Just 10 more counts of plank or push-ups, or maybe you already feel like you've done enough, building up to doing more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good work. Roll your shoulders one way, roll your shoulders the other way, wrists one way, then the other way. Okay, we're going to do a bit of strengthening into our belly muscles now, and then we'll do a bit more for our glutes and our back. So lying on your back, legs in the air. And then to make it easier, feet, knees bent, and just feet lowering down that much, and then lifting. So lower, inhale, exhale, lift. If you're feeling stronger and it's okay for your back, then you can have straight legs. Don't rush. If you rush into the hard stuff, you're not doing your body any favours, because you'll just strain your back and then you'll get a setback. So you slowly build up to the harder stuff that I'm doing, and also harder is your arms, your head up. So that's the harder one I'm doing there, but you don't start with that. Some of you will be doing that, but some of you just doing, remember this, just easier, lighter weights. Just get the right dose for your back, for your body, because over-exercising, straining, increases inflammation and speeds up biological aging, and we all want to slow down aging, of course. If you're on this channel, you're all into slowing down aging in your body. I feel like that's enough for me. You might feel like you've already done enough. Maybe a couple more. Feeling your deep abs there. I'm going to finish. If you don't know windscreen wiper, have a quick look. I'm going to do, just learn the legs, but once you've learnt the legs, you can do a bit of shoulder work at the same time. So you're loosening your hips, your spine and your shoulders here. I've got my feet a bit wider than hip width. I've got my elbows off the floor, shoulder height, and I've got quite a strong bend in the elbow. So try and get into shoulder mobility, hip mobility and spine, loosening up from the leg lifts. And then great, and then hugging your knees into your chest. A few deeper than normal belly breaths. One more. And then bridge. So if you're still new to this exercise, building up your glutes and lower back, glute maximus, lower back, hamstring strength, over time you'll build up to make it harder. Easier is just coming up and down, vertebrae by vertebrae, bone by bone. That's what I'm doing there, rolling bridge. Just stick with that if you're not sure about your back and you're not used to the exercise. Make it gentle. If you feel like actually you've done quite a lot of this and you know you're ready for more, holding is a bit harder. Try not to look off to the side like I am. My neck's okay, but be careful of your neck here. And I'm going to make it a bit harder, and some of you can make it a bit harder. But as I've said, don't rush into the harder stuff. So I'm going to straighten up one leg, holding the hips up. So now I feel my muscles are working harder. Just take it to your edge. Swap when you like. Maybe take a few breaths, 2 or 3. You can swap when you feel like your leg has started to fatigue. Get the dose right for your back. If you always put your feet in the same place, then you always work your muscles in the same way. So old school was perfect alignment, knees over heels. Well, no. Now they're finding out in exercise science, move in lots of different ways. If you want to play tennis, if you want to dance, if you want to surf, you want to move in all directions. You want your knees to go out here, maybe bring your feet forward, maybe one forward, one back. To play around with bridge, with your legs in different positions, and you feel your muscles working in so many different ways. So just be a bit playful there, but be careful of your back if you're not used to it. The dragging one, that's really hard too. Don't rush, be careful. I feel like I could do bridge forever because I've got really strong glutes from a lot of work on in the yoga, Pilates exercises. But you might feel like, oh my God, that's enough for me today. But if you feel like you're still not fatiguing like me, I'm going to finish with dragging. And then, but you need slidey carpet or socks on a wooden a floor. Oh, that will do me anyway. I've done enough. Coming down bone by bone. Very good. Knees in. And then abductor stretch like this. So the right, well, yeah, do right leg because we did the right leg first. And just feeling a little stretch in your outer hip, and that releases your lower back from the bridge as well. One more nice deep breath in and out. Swapping over your legs. Trying to get that stretch into the outer hip, that external rotation through your hips, and a nice release into the lower back after the bridge. One more good breath in and out. Diaphragmatic breath. Full inhale and slow exhale. Find a wall and put your legs up the wall. And if you want to bolster a pillow under your hips, that's really nice too. I might grab a couple of pillows, and this is how you get into it if you're a pure beginner. So you just roll in and then put a few pillows or a bolster under your, behind your back, behind your hips, and play around with that. So you might prefer a flat back. At mostly it's good to get a bit of inversion, a little bit of lift, a little bit of extension. You've earned your little rest now after working a few muscles. So that was just a nice little session for a little bit of strength, a little bit of flexibility around the hips and spine. I hope you can do some other videos for balance, for standing, and using your muscles in lots of different ways. Relax your face more. Jaw, tongue, throat. Focus on natural breath, quiet, steady as you can, even in and out through the nose. Just feeling your belly move, your diaphragm when you breathe in and out. Don't forget what yoga is really about. Is not flexibility, not having a strong core. It's really about connection, peace, acceptance, love. Being more present. When we're connected to the deeper part of ourselves, there is peace.
The hardest part of yoga is getting out of our head. And that's what yoga really is. Trying to be present, be still, find peace. And it's harder than ever in the world we live in. If you want to stay for longer, just finish lying on your back. If you're over 65, I think it's enough for the legs up. Just keep it safe. The blood pressure, the baroreceptors, and you can just finish lying on your back. And that's, oh my gosh, it's so nice. At least 30 seconds here. I've got the pillows under my knees now. Feels good. Feel like you're sinking down. Connect into your young, healthy body, all your cells. And press stop on your device or rig a little bit, bring your knees in, roll to your side, and well done for committing to looking after your body. Bit of discipline, bit of work done. I hope you have a good day or a good sleep, and I hope you become a patron because you'll get my best live classes sent to you every couple of weeks. I choose my best class. If you become a patron, it's really, really cheap. You will get much more content from me, and the live classes are awesome as well. They're funny, they're fun, and there's something special about it. Keep looking after yourself. Do not stop putting in the work into your body. Slow down aging. Thank you.